Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory 1.1 in its experimental build. And if you're curious about everything new in Satisfactory 1.1, I made a whole dedicated video linked in the description if you want the full rundown. But among the many cool things, a huge highlight is the fact that there's auto connect blueprint mode. So if you build with a blueprint, you can connect it to your old blueprints by locking them together and then making your next blueprint attached to the last one. So if you don't mind me, I just need a quick scream into the void here as we get things started. Yeah, sorry, I just had to get that one off my chest because we've been working on a huge nuclear power plant project over the last couple weeks here, and it's required a lot of pipes. Like lots and lots and lots of them. And it would have saved me many hours if we just had this new update earlier, but hey, we work with the technology of our time. And knowing we had some of the big projects dealt with early allowed us to move forward on some of the easier projects until we got to this point, where all we really need are uranium fuel rods, because last time we automated encased uranium cells, and then we also need reactors. We need reactors out the wazoo. We're going to kind of work adjacently to our nuclear project today by making a little bit of progress first and then messing around with Satisfactory 1.1, because you better believe I'm gonna be playing an experimental. But for now, and while I'm waiting for the update to actually drop, we are just in Satisfactory 1.0. And okay, big goals. We need reactors. That is something we can absolutely work on right now. I'd rather save building more machines until we have the new blueprint tools. So reactors. So far, there are 26 here. There are 12 in the pit over there. Wait a second. Oh, and 15 down here. So that's 41. And then I had in my notes we had 42. Where's the last one? Oh yeah, it's built into our control room just up over there. So we have 42 reactors built so far. However, for this entire project, we are using all of the uranium in the world. And that means we need 145 of these. Oh, 146 nuclear reactors. Plus, we still need like power shard automation to actually overclock these all. So we're a ways off. But at least for now, we can start connecting up a lot of the pipes. So each of these reactors, since it will be fully overclocked, needs 600 water per minute, because at 250%. And although we don't have the power shards, we can still connect the pipes 1 to 1. So okay, we have all the pipes kind of organized just around the corner there, and I want to bring a bunch of them down this way, and then these groups of pipes over to those reactors. How does one really do that? We could, technically, go over top of the rails here, build some kind of support here, and then scoot over that way. But aesthetically, I don't think that would look the best, because we have this nice little water pit here in the middle of our nuclear power plant, right in front of our control room, and I don't think that's, what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure out something else. In the meantime, it's just getting the pipes all through here. There's 26 reactors over there, meaning we need 26 pipes to scoot through this area somehow. And I feel like the best way about it is for the pipes to get to this point. They can go uppies about here. It's 26 pipes, usually per platform. You can fit about 9 pipes there. But yeah, each platform has about 9, so that's 9, another 9, gosh, and then another 9. That'd be 27 pipes. Oh my gosh, so that's gonna be 3 platforms of pipes, okay. And then I guess we'll have to bring these a little bit lower because I want to bring them to this floor here, because I wanted to leave a gap for all of the pipe work to be done down here. And aesthetically, all I want to see of the pipes is the pipes just scooting around to the side of the platform from A to B. And with them out of the way, we can do all the belt work stuff on this free tile right here. This all looks like a good plan. Moving on back then to this pipe stack. We only have 18 pipes here and we still need more, but for now, if we can figure this out, then we have the mystery solved. And I kind of know what we have to do. Like, we're not gonna go over top of the rails. That's not gonna look good. This is gonna be exhausting. But the plan is, we're gonna bring these pipes down onto this wall, bring them underneath the train track, and then up this way. So how we'll go about it is we'll build as many as we can just over this way. And I guess we're gonna be limited more so by this wall. How many pipes can we fit on this wall? only a couple blocks tall, right? It looks like we got... we have 10? 10 pipes we can fit on this wall, really? That's not good. Well, eventually then, I'd want the pipes all to scoot down, go over to here, and scoot around the bend. The big thing is, we're gonna have to stack the pipes onto the wall, but we don't really have like a support, like an extra support. We have vertical pipeline supports, but not horizontal pipeline supports. But there is a trick to kind of make your own horizontal pipeline supports. So what I like to do is I build a platform just over top. I switch to a half foundation, get rid of this, and then use that half foundation to nudge like the perfect amount of space in here. Eventually, we get something like this. So then I build that, I'd attach in the next pipe over to here, and later on, I delete this support because this is all temporary. And there we go. Eventually, it'll look like all the pipelines are stacked onto the wall. So yeah, you take that concept and you do it like 26 times, and wow, pipes galore. And some of you might be like, Kibs, why didn't you just wait for like Satisfactory 1.1? And it's mostly because a lot of this stuff is just gonna take time, and the 1.1 features aren't gonna help out all too much. So, did something while I was waiting, but now with most of the pipes here, we still have to find like 6 or 8 more pipes or something. But with most of the pipes here, we're now just going to go onto the other side of the wall, and we have this whole logistics floor to connect from A to B a billion times. Oh boy, I love pipe work. To be fair, it is kind of relaxing. Except I'm just having a difficult time actually working on that without knowing what we're going to do with the extra pipes. We need the extra pipes. Maybe we should just take from the main stack. I was kind of hoping to use the main stack pipelines here just to direct over to our reactors and call it a day. And you know what? That's exactly what we're doing. Screw it. We're taking these pipes. These pipes are mine. These pipe stacks over here, they are somehow gonna go up this wall into that and then into the reactors over there. But we're going to yoink a couple pipes from here now to bring over. And we're kind of out of options. I've used all of the wall space over there, so we just cannot put more pipes on the wall. So we're going to have to build a bridge, and I guess we're just gonna have a bridge go over this way. And we'll grab 8 pipes from the bottom of the stack down there and bring them on over. Yeah, the good thing about doing that is it is like a simple solution. The bad thing about doing that is now, we have a pipeline bridge across this pit where I didn't want to have pipelines. And also, I'm gonna have to contend with this, what is this, 10 stack of pipes, along with the other 2 18 stacks. But the water pipes don't look too bad going over the pit there, so I don't mind too much. But bro, my kingdom for the 1.1 stuff. I should have waited for 1.1 to work on this, but I just needed to get it done. Essentially, getting this pipe over here was very, very difficult because we had belts going through these walls. And because we don't have the conveyor wall holes, we just have to use the conveyor walls, where you only have the 2 options. And if you're not aware of the conveyor wall holes in Satisfactory 1.1, get ready for a couple minutes here, because they're a game changer. Anyway, just working with the technology of my time, having all the pipes dodge everything, and it's a mess, but it works. And most importantly, it's all done, brother. Pipes brought over, had to have them go underneath like the main stack, back up over this way, because underneath here, oof, I thought I had a lot of space. I did not. But no matter, we closed it out, and all the reactors are connected. So water is now connected to 26 of the reactors. Only 120 to go. Well, no. When we're working on our nitric acid project right in the middle here, I actually hooked up all of the water for these reactors as well. So that's another 15 done. And actually, you know what is so funny? That reactor on top of our control center here, it just needs the 1/600 pipe. And lo and behold, didn't we just have a weird stack of 10 pipes right down here? Well. We can just drag that one weird pipe up against our existing stack, then over to the wall here, and past Kibs nicely set up a pipe that goes right up to that reactor there. But even with that connected, we still have another 100+ reactors to build. And I was racking my brains, like, where the heck are we going to fit 100 reactors around here? It's already getting pretty busy. Like, this is how much space 26 take up, right? And, well, I caved to the boring answer. We're just gonna build them on the water. I really didn't plan for this, nor did I really want this, because now it's kind of redundant bringing all these pipes, like, all the way around and this way, and then just to go next door. But it does look cool, eh? And doing this did help with a lot of other projects as well, so don't really regret it. Yeah, now we're gonna just have to grind through these. On a good note though, I was preparing for this for quite a while, at least while working on the pipes, and every so often I was going back to our main base to gather supplies. The reactors take up a lot of material, so I collected a bunch of material so we had extra storage, and these bins are feeding into extra dimensional depots to upgrade our upload speeds. Each of the dimensional depots can upload at 240 items per minute, but you can build more uploaders. So now an extra 2 uploaders for each item here, that'll help a lot. Each nuclear reactor is expensive. A 200 cable, 25 modular frames, and supercomputers concrete the whole enchiladas, a whole stack of cable. So although this will take a lot of time, I'm hoping our dimensional depot can keep up through most of it. And even when it does fail, there's a million other things I can do. I do want to find some places still on our main slab to build a couple reactors, just because I think it would look cool. But in the meantime, we spam. No. They're just looking at the dimensional depot numbers and they're screaming into the void like, Kibs, please. So yeah, maybe we're gonna have to upgrade those again. I'm not sure. And now I kind of am. This is already slowing down and we've built like, what, 18? Okay, dude. Actually, I just had a real quick thought here. How the power plant is designed is we have our non-radioactive stuff being built on that side of the plant, and then we're gonna do our radioactive processing on the left side of the plant. That's why everything's kind of being left blank. So we will have a building here doing some production. And on top of that building, we can build a couple more reactors. So just to give ourselves all the options possible, we're going to space out particle accelerator down here, then build the floor that goes above that, and then we can build a floor of reactors up here. We're gonna be building a lot of particle accelerators later on for plutonium, and I don't know exactly where they're gonna be built, so I'm just leaving the option open for future Kibs here. So I guess we'll see at the end of the day how this decision pans out, but I managed to sneak in another 12 reactors there. Even got a cute little train tunnel down here. I love it. And then I was able to finish up building the rest of the reactors. Some things just take time. Oh yeah, added a couple more reactors just over this way too. I've also organized all the cable management so everything is connected properly. And the best thing here is that the reactors are all in place. And I think it's about that time we move to Satisfactory 1.1. So welcome to Satisfactory 1.1. Lots and lots and lots of changes to the game. Again, I made a whole video going over most of them, and a new photo mode? One of my favorite things. Look at all the extra options we have now. So much room for activities. Wow. So cartoony. But anyway, yeah, we are in experimental. It's in the top left there. I backed up my save file, and also all my mods don't work, so unfortunately time will be moving and it will be night, so we have to make use of the daylight here. First things first, let's go to our hub back at our main base and unlock all the new goodies. Oh man, it's gonna be so good, guys. There's elevators. We're gonna put an elevator in this building somehow. We're gonna have the item counters all over the place. We're gonna have those wall holes to improve our factory layout. Our hyper tubes, we can change them all around so they don't have to be, well, like that. And we can just have a normal hyper tube network. Wait, with maybe the parts we already have unlocked. Transport. Yeah, the branches and junctions. Oh, 1 second, don't want to die here. Okay, we're bouncing off trees. We're fine, everything's fine. Yeah, we have like the branches and junctions, so we can improve our hypertube networks really, really, really easily. But yeah, there's a lot of other stuff I'd rather get unlocked first. A lot of it is available in the awesome shop. How many coops we got? 145? That should be enough to buy out the store, right? Probably. Factory card has 10 tickets. What? In this economy? I don't think so. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Conveyor wall hole, the throughput counter. Yes, please. Organization, the shelf units for extra decor. Paints, it looks like we're all good there still. Foundations, all good. Walls, fine. Elevators, give me those. I'm not unlocking these walkways, by the way, because I'm just never gonna use them, and I don't want them clogging up my selection bars. Cables, beams, thank you very much. Wait, what was that? You guys see that? Oh, it's in here. Corner road barrier. Mess around with that a little bit more later. Coffee cup, I'm good. Parts, don't think though. No, let's just buy what we can get. 27 coops, no biggie. Ada, what is it? Oh, humans have long since practiced delegating work that strains and tires them to machines. It is their best achievement. Such challenges often include simple counting and short-term memory, which the conveyor throughput monitor specializes in. Simply add 1 to any belt, and it will tell you its throughput after only 1 minute. Wow, Ada, thank you so much. Yeah, this is an experimental build. There are bugs, there are missing voice lines. Just is what it is. All right, what do we got in here? Alien power augmenter, don't need it. Programmable splitter, this is another one of those things I just don't ever use really, at least not yet, so not unlocking it. In quartz, the material resonance screening, which gets us a priority merger. Again, I don't really have a plan to use this just yet, so we're gonna leave it blocked, and then yeah, more stuff we can't get just yet. Yeah, no, I guess we have everything we need unlocked right now. And we're gonna come back to our main factory here and use all the new unlocks to improve it, especially using that elevator. I got some big plans for that, big plans. But no, our big goals today are just to unlock all the new things, which we did, and try messing around with them. There's new decor items, like the beams, there's the elevator we're gonna get inputted, and then there's also a really cool new hypertube launcher I wanna try building. But yeah, decorative-wise, I left pretty much this entire building free of decorations. Like, I organized it well, but it's not like decorated, not a blank wall, stuff like that. Then we have some hallways over here that we can decorate too, which would be a lot of fun. But no, I want to start with our control center here and getting that elevator in. The elevator is very cool, and it has like a bunch of different elevator music tracks, which are even better. I just want to listen to the music, okay? Like, I love my Spotify music that I play on all of my videos and streams, available link in the description, but the music that the Coffee Stain Studio people make is something special all on its own. All right, and looking around here for an elevator, there's like practically no options. We could rip out the entire staircase, but that would be bad in case of a power outage. I'm kind of looking at this wall here and seeing that it's blank, so we could, dang it. I was gonna say, it would be so nice just to have a elevator right like next to here in this block. But if we did that, then I'd have to move these hypertubes over there. Then I'd have to move this doorway somewhere else. Is there another option? Wait, there is another option. What's behind wall number 1? Nothing? A block? What's behind the block? A storage room for extra acids. This is for our production. Just a lot of backup just in case. So we can get rid of this wall then, right? Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be fantastic. We're gonna build our, oh my gosh, it's totally free. Everything's working out. Now to show you guys the elevator in case you haven't seen it. They are very easy to use and build. They're in the transportation tab here. Just scroll down and you have the personal elevator. It costs 20 megawatts to use, or to operate, I guess, or to power, whatever. And then you just place them down and look up, and you can build them 196 meters tall. Apparently they do not like beams. I can tell you this right now, they're not gonna like belts then, so I'll have to reorganize this. The main thing is, how does it look? Does it work? Oh yeah. Just hold down the button, build up to like here. I guess I don't really know where I'm going with this. I built up to there, but I actually want to build up to the last floor here. Maybe we could have the elevator facing a different direction, ideally as well. Like, I do not want to mess with this staircase. This staircase is very finicky. So can we add on to an elevator? Looks like it. There we go. Is this all just like one unit, or did it try to make like 2 elevators? No, it's 1 elevator. Oh, awesome, perfect, okay. Designed very well. All right, another thing then is when we add in an elevator floor stop, I wanna have one facing this direction. And it looks like we can. Yeah, so we'll have the one facing that other direction, but most are going to be facing this direction. There's absolutely no problem with that at all. And, oh, how do we get rid of that extra floor we built? Because we're building this up. Yeah, it's right there. How do we get rid of the extra floor? Just by deleting it. Okay, look, it was a silly question, but usually things are more finicky. This is really, really well implemented. This works great, very user-friendly. And power nub, right over there. We'll attach this to our main processing line. Not an emergency line. I'll figure out the cables later. And now we just call it. Ring, ring, hello. Oh, it's there. Okay. Oh my gosh. I am home. I live here now. This is so nice. All right, and that's all you're ever gonna hear from it. It's muted forever. I'm not actually kidding about that. No, I don't know if it's copyrighted. A and B, I'd rather listen to my own music, or at least not have to worry about editing in elevator music every time we enter an elevator. Okie dokie, cool beans. All right, so elevators, yeah, you just click the buttons. It looks like you can have a total of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 floors. All the buttons are editable, so we could have different logos. Oh, interesting, you can't have like numbers. I kind of want to have like numbers on the buttons, because once we enter all this information, right, let's just make it red, right? The button shows up down here. So I kind of just want to have like 1. But it shows like the meters on the button, so technically like it's fine. I don't know. Okay, we got to figure out labels for all the floors then. So the bottom floor, what is actually going on down here? It looks like we have some hyper tubes, a lot of nothing. We have some belts that'll be going somewhere. This is our main nuclear waste input. So from all the reactors, all the nuclear waste will enter our control building from here. Alrighty. Then we have our cable management room. It looks as interesting as you would imagine. Actually, not too bad. Good job, Passkibs. And this goes off to our main power shaft that goes throughout the power plant. Okay, sun is setting. We have to hurry before the light is gone. So we could have this be like a backdoor image. Okie dokie. Next floor, what do we got going on? I know that's the control floor, so I already know what I want to have for the control floor. We are going to make this that. We're gonna make the logo horrific yellow. Confirm. That's just a default. This is where we have our main control room, where we can control all of the power for the entire power plant. Unfortunately, I did not know about these updates, right? So in a perfect world, we'd have these throughput counters inside of this room. Where are they? There they are. Yeah, cannot have the throughput counters on the vertical belts here or on pipes, but you can just click on pipes. I don't know, maybe they'll have a vertical throughput counter in the future. But for now, is what it is. Back to the elevator. Floor 3. This floor is all about, oh, this is an important one. This is the spice rack. So all of the nuclear fuel rods and pressure conversion cubes are going to be flowing through this room. So you know what? We did have these throughput monitors. We absolutely need them in here. This is going to be super, super, super important. But for now, nothing's happening, so let's call it good. For a label for this kind of room then? I don't know. We'll come back to it. Next floor, floor 4. We have some batteries here. This is concrete production of all things. I mostly just wanted to have the chimneys going out through the roof of the building. Yeah, we're making the concrete just for our emergency production. And then we have like this office, this giant unused office that overlooks all of our power plants. It's very nice space. Good real estate. Not 100% sure what to do with it just yet, but I feel like the theme is personnel. So we are going to make that little pioneer person. And as for the top floor, the door's over here. This gets us to the roof. So we have a drone port. This is where our pressure conversion cubes are going to be coming in from. And I think that's literally it for the entire floor. I don't think we have anything else going on. Like, that's the elevator. We have the staircase here, an overlook. I guess we have some just buffers for the drone power fuel, and then for the outputs for the drones. Over this way, just can look at our batteries, look down there, and then I think we just have another battery bank in here. Yeah. Okay, so it's just the roof. So that can be a drone, and we'll make it blue for the sky. And speaking of, look at it in all of its glory. It's nighttime. I never like to have it be nighttime, so this is a very, very unique look at the build, all at night. I usually have a mod called Permaday, so we don't have to deal with the day-night cycle. This is mostly to help make my videos, because if we're switching between day and night constantly, that would be very, very jarring for you guys. So I hope you got it all in, the whole good look. All right, control center, no lights around it, glowing uranium everywhere. Fantastic. Time to get back to work inside the control room. And yeah, no lights means can't see nothing. Flashlights on? I think so. We will be leaving pretty quick though. I have cleaned up the building here and the elevator, so everything looks decent-ish. I can go in here. There's no craziness behind the walls. All the buttons have been figured out properly. And I've added in some giant billboards with lights. Just, I don't know, to make it a little bit more interesting. It's kind of hard to work around all the rest of the control building and then add in an elevator like this and make it all make sense. So I just really did the best I could. If we had these elevators as I was making this control building though, oh my goodness, we could have had like vertical belts like everywhere. We could have seen like uranium. We would have had more windows. But alas, here we are. Just means future builds are going to be so much better. But okay, that's all set up, and I have realized something detrimental. We have to go back to our main base. I forgot one of the most important buildables in the whole update. It's in the awesome shop, and I guess I clearly didn't scroll down. Got a mug as well because I was live streaming, okay? No bully. But essentially, in architecture, if you scroll down, there's ventilation bundles, which gives you a large fan and a large vent. Gats to have these. The vents are awesome. Right, Ada?
Fun fact, architecture was invented when people began building buildings. If it had been invented slightly beforehand, perhaps more old buildings would still be around. Humanity sometimes lacks vision.
Okay, Ada. That's commentary. Gotcha. All right, so yeah, we have the vents. The best thing about the vents is it just will allow me to make really interesting roof patterns. Oh my gosh, look at how good this looks in the sunrise. Ooh, lighting engine, kicking some butt out here. But yeah, let's go back to the nuclear power plant and I'll show you what I mean. I really like these ceiling fans because usually if I have like a flat roof, I try and do something interesting. So what I can do is I can go around to some of my builds and add in custom vents. So get rid of that. Then in architecture, I'm sure we have our fans. And they look like little HVAC units if you place them down, just like so. Give this maybe like a metal foundation instead of the asphalt one. And it looks great. Nice little detail. To be fair, what I did here, not bad either, but that's just so much better. Plus there's movement. Can we paint these? Unpainted. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're gonna build a lot of these. Oh, but first, the memes. And it's to do with hypertube launchers. So this is kind of like the traditional old school way of building hypertube launchers. With the hypertube junctions and branches though, you can make these so much cheaper and easier and better. You can make modular hypertube launchers where you can choose how powerful you want them to be just as you enter them. So I'll show you what I mean here. Just down here, and super roughly, all we need to do is add in like one booster there. Build out and around. Do we have the new curved mode? Oh my gosh, that's so nice. We do that. Add this on, just to give us some extra power. Hello, speaking of. And then, oh, we need an exit. We need an exit. So this will be the exit then. The main thing is, there needs to be an entrance, an exit, and an extra hypertube booster inside there. And then for the exit, this just needs to go, well, literally anywhere else. That's it. And it's done. This can do the same thing as this other hypertube cannon. And this hypertube cannon probably takes like 200 megawatts. This takes maybe 20. It's great, easier to build, better in every way. And this is how it works. Enter in to this new hypertube cannon by the entrance. And as you circle around, you gain more and more and more and more speed, as much as you really want. And then when you feel like you've had enough or gotten enough speed, you press E to switch directions in the tube, and E. Isn't that cool? Big warning with it though. If you end up going too fast through the loop, like you power up too much, I think the game glitches out and it doesn't let you eject from the system, so I guess at that point you're just dead. So be warned. The main thing is, very, very cool. This is only a few days after Satisfactory 1.1's been released, so who knows what will be available in the future. Oh, and who would have guessed this was a thing? You can attach the branches just onto this, and then you can like scroll to change the directions, like it snaps on. Oh my god, look at how cool that looks. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Wait, does that work with the junction as well? Oh, whoa. Why does it change when I scroll? That's kind of odd. Ah, who cares? It snaps on. That's great. Also helps with this hypertube cannon design here. Actually kind of interesting. Back in the day, there was a hypertube cannon that was really commonly used that is very similar to this, but it was way dangerous, as in you'd get stuck in it and then oof. This one kind of is very, very, very similar. So I'm a little nervous to test this out. Give us a flip of a coin if we live or die. I'm usually not lucky with coin tosses either, so wish me luck. Oh wait, that is a lot faster. That is a lot faster. Get me out of here. That is really good though. That is a small blueprint, doesn't take up like hardly any power. Dang. And this is like round one here. First like real attempt at building one of these. Let's test it a little further, eh? A little bit more speed. Can we get across the entire map? I'm gonna die. I got out. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It can take us across the entire Satisfactory world. Like if you have a jetpack on and like a decent fuel, like turbo fuel or liquid biofuel, I'm sure you'd be fine. Look at us go. Hello, other drone port. Feeling gaseous? Good, good. Main base, looking snug. Starter base trash, still doing your thing. So once we come back to working on our main base here and do like the final decals, I can actually just get rid of all these extra boosters we have all over the place and replace them with the new tech. It's just so much more efficient. Also, since we have all of the junctions, technically speaking, our entire room here is not needed anymore, but it looks so cool that you better believe we're keeping it. No, instead, my plan is just to make like this first hypertube connect to our main hypertube network. So we'll have like a kind of like a train network, but with hypertubes, using junctions and the brackets and all that kind of stuff. And no longer do we have to do the crazy tech like we have behind the wall here. Because before we had junctions, I had figured out this pretty clever design. I know it looks garbage, but it works really well. And it's where you leave a hypertube, you bash your head into a support, and then you fall into the hypertube beneath. And you know, it works, but with all the head injuries, probably not worth keeping around. At least moving forward. But okay, enough of the distractions. Let's get the work done here. We're gonna mess around with a lot more 1.1 stuff in the next episode too. Don't you worry. We're gonna be messing a lot more around with blueprints and the auto connect feature. But right now, decor. I've been waiting to decorate this hallway for a very, very long time. And it's gonna be so simple now. The big thing is, with beams, you can press page up or page down to move them all around. So you press H, it holds them in place so you can look around, and you press page up, page down on your keyboards, move them up and down. There's also unlimited nudging, so we can just nudge this as far as we want. Of course, you can use the arrow keys to move it on the horizontal plane. And what's even better is if we hold Control, or is it Alt? Alt, there we go. To nudge this into place, we can put down signs easier. So I like to put signs along the railways, just to add in some pizzazz. The signs have arrows, but a little bit more importantly is the copy and paste functions in the game have been dramatically improved. So let's just make this decent, nice pink. Set the layout to color only, emission 3, glossy, there we go. But now when we copy and paste this, right, it copies the setting of the sign. So you don't have to like press Control C and then Control V, Control V, Control V as far as you need. This also works with machines. These are terrible examples because I think none of these are overclocked, right? Right. But just to show you what I mean here, let's build a constructor. Let's paint it copper, sure. And then inside it, let's make steel screws. Let's set the clock speed to 69% here. And when you copy a machine with the eyedropper tool, it's in your keybinds, it copies the paint and the recipe and the settings. Yeah, just a million like tidbits like that. Again, I made everything new in Satisfactory 1.1. We'd be here for another 50 minutes if I wanted to go over everything. No, right now we're gonna mess with the design of this room here. So already had this idea a little while ago where we're just going to have the side of the walkways have this nice kind of purpley color because we're making crystal oscillators here, right? It's really the ceiling I don't know what to do with. We could always just spam vents. Like vents, very OP decorative tool, okay? Kind of like the vents. What if we had the fans? The fans add in like extra movement. Maybe if we had one where we have every manufacturer. It makes sense, the manufacturers, they're making a lot of like steam and smoke or whatever because they're manufacturing. Get rid of the initial one. A little bit of extra movement's always nice, especially when the machines are idle. We paint them. Chrome, that is way too much. What about unpainted? Unpainted, good, good. I want to keep these machines just black. I want the main highlight to be the colors down here. And then if we could get a reflection on the ceiling, that'd be nice. I've done some reflection work before with my fancy floor. Maybe we could do something like that. But with the fancy floor, what I did was I put down some signs beside a catwalk, right? And then if you look at it from the side, you can kind of see a reflection sometimes. I saw it just a second ago, but now I can't see it. It's better inside, but essentially you can see reflections really easily because I have a glass frame foundation. And then the foundation underneath is a ramp that's coated concrete, which is just another material. So maybe we can get that kind of effect inside here if we make all of this coated concrete. And I can already see it. You saw it too. There it is. That's all I want in the world. That extra nice pink reflection. I wonder if we can make it even better if we... What is this road barrier? What are you doing? What is your purpose? Why do you exist, road barrier? Can we paint you? We can paint you. Sorry, distracted again. There's so many new things. Oh, it connects to this. Oh, so you can make nice so you can make nice corners with road barriers. Okay, that is kind of nice. That's interesting. I don't know why I never ran into that problem. I always usually just set up one of these. I have absolutely no idea what I did in the past, but now we're gonna use this everywhere. Anyway, what if we added in some glass up here? Like if we just clipped it in, maybe the glass will add an extra reflection and then it will make things look more pink. So we'd turn this in here, hold it, zoop it. Does that help like at all? Literally not a single little bit. In a weird way though, I do like it. Huh, that was not part of the plan. I just wanted the reflection, and we got the reflection, but I kind of like this little beam that's added in there. It's a bit of an outline for this centerpiece with all the fans. Okay, I think we're cooking with gas. Yeah, I'd say this might even be most of the design. No, it can't be. It can't be. We have new beams. Braided cable. We could have the foundations here, or the catwalk, being hung from the ceiling. I have to be honest though, I don't really like the hanging from the ceiling kind of vibe. It makes me feel like I'm in a jungle gym, not a factory. I know a lot of people make like cool suspension bridges. That's really nice, but just for like little projects, it's just not my jam. Okay, what are we gonna force use then? Shelf beam. How's a shelf beam look? Well, from the side, very plain, but a good kind of plain. What if we unpainted? Whoa, dude. That's a standout piece. What if we painted in carbon steel? That's even better. That's the real steel, bud. Like, we already have the metal beam in the game, right? But like, bro, we're not talking the same language here, okay? And then what about the other beam? The H beam. I'm gonna guess it has like the same texture, just less detail. Go figure, no shelves. Yeah, if we made that carbon steel. Oh, what if we made it gold? Oh my, I love it. One of these days, guys, we're gonna make one factory that's gonna be all gold. But for now, I have enough to work with here. We're gonna make this look amazing. And oh yeah, this turned out absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to my Twitch chat when I was live streaming. They gave me some really good tips to help out as well. Like adding in this roll-up gate. So it's not just like we go from a random hallway to another random hallway. It's kind of like a specified zone, which is really important because this area, it's special, man. This is way better than I ever could have hoped and dreamed. The light reflections, the fans, the beams, like the H beams and the shelf beams like cross together so well. And then with the roll-up gates, a really nice thing is that the textures overlap really well with the walls. Oops, what did I just do? Pressed a button and it made a noise. Anyway, if you build a basic wall over the gate, it overlaps the texture. So if you want to make the gate look smaller, you can overlap a wall, and then you have mini gate. Just added some H-beams on the side there, painted them black, and there we are. A beautiful first look at decorating in Satisfactory 1.1. And man, we haven't even gotten through like the conveyor wall holes yet. There's a blueprint connection mode we can use now. Like, oh my God. If only I had this sooner, but it is what it is. And you can lock those together, move them around wherever you want. But no. There's one last thing we gets to do. It's gonna take me a little bit of time, but I want to throw in as many item counters as I can into our control building. And honestly, I should have done it first. But okay, ran around, did a little bit of including the item counters. Like we added them in already for the fuel rod production belts. And then for our plutonium, we just have them set up over here as well. Left is panic, right is normal, at least when we get making the plutonium. And then for our uranium input, these should already be working. 330, 390, 330. I guess the numbers are gonna be really weird for quite a while until we have the Mark 6 belts and also we're actually making the uranium fuel rods. It's a little strange. Also, there's some very strange bugs with lifts going on, like, yeah. Some experimental features, you know how they go. And most importantly, for our uranium waste lines, we have all of those set up with item counters as well. We could place more in more areas, but I'm a little worried about like how laggy they're going to be. Like a lot of signs like updating all of the time could be a little bit spooky on the game's performance, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit on placing down more. However though, I think that is gonna be all for now. And next time we'll finish up those uranium fuel rods, get the entire factory running, and mess with even more Satisfactory Update 1.1. And until then, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.